Don't make me cry again. Hello, I'm MankoMan, and this is Ousama Ranking Fridays or Thursdays, depending on wherever you are in the world. For me, it's like a Friday now because it's 12:25 a.m., so it technically did air in Thursday, but now it's Friday. I'm gonna watch it on Friday. Why am I talking about this? Anyway, yeah, it's because this show turns me into like a jolly little kid again. It's so good. Um, Last episode was probably the best episode so far. Definitely the best episode in terms of visuals, and it was up there in terms of storytelling and characterization. Characterization, because that's telling a lot. The show did not have the main character in the previous episode, and yet the characterization in the previous episode was just perfect. It was Dorsch, and Dorsch's backstory, his relationships with Hilling, just beautifully done. And I just looked at some previous scenes from the previous episode, and I saw this scene, and you can just see that the show does have rewatch value because when you rewatch, you notice stuff like that. You notice how Dorsch is immediately protecting Hilling, and Hilling is grabbing Dorsch in the back because they trust each other so much. They've been with each other for a pretty long time, and that's just so sweet. Had to adjust my phone's tripod there. That's right, I do record using a phone. So I truly think this is the best anime airing this season, and overall one of the best animes to air this year. The animation is incredible, the music is fantastic, the storytelling is so good, and I really can't talk down on any single aspect of this anime, which is, means it's just that close to perfection. It will all depend on how they end this show. And we are nearing the end. It's probably going to be 12 episodes, and we are at the 10th episode now. The conclusion is close. It's probably not going to end now. It definitely needs a second season, or maybe that's just me saying that because I want to see more of the show. It's so good. I don't know if the manga is still airing or it's finished airing. I do know that there is a manga which I won't pick up after this because if they confirm the season 2, I'd rather watch the anime. But yeah, Witch Studios is having really big issues with their production, so it's Osama Ranking's future kind of looking bleak, but the fandom is just crazy, right? I don't know about Japan, but overseas, everyone loves Osama Ranking because it's such a solid show. Like in Japan, I know that they like stuff like Sword Art Online. They don't really care much about storytelling, it seems like, at least the common people. But yeah, hopefully Osama Ranking is popular there because it truly is such a good show. Like I can't emphasize enough as to how everyone should watch it. It's just really that good. That's it. I'm gonna move on to the 10th episode now. I don't know if the animation is gonna be good this time because the previous episode was just so good. If this episode is also good, that means that their just seventh episode was just, or seventh or eighth episode was just them taking a break because eighth episode did suffer quite a bit with the animation. It was not bad by any means, but it was between episode 8 and 9, which were both visual masterpieces. And episode 10, I'm gonna watch it. I hopefully we see Bojji this time. Maybe we will. He's still the strongest person in this universe right now. So I don't know how he did it. We hopefully will get to see the Despa arts, Despa sacred arts. I don't know. Despa himself is kind of weak. Like he got beat the fuck up in the bar fight. So it would be cool to see how he trained Bojji. Hopefully it's not like a terrible plot convenience. Hopefully it makes sense. And if it's something magic related, okay, I'm all for it. But it doesn't seem like he dispelled Bojji's curse. Bojji did split a rock in half. Giant boulder, like not a rock. It was a pretty big boulder. And Bojji is the only chance that Queen Hilling, best mom, has at survival because the king is out for her life, but he's also playing 4D chess. Like, I don't know what the king is thinking. I don't think anyone has any idea what the king is thinking. And that just shows you the depth of Osama Ranking. The villain is the king, but he's not like, haha, I'm evil. There's depth to it, which I don't understand yet. I don't understand the king's intentions yet, but maybe we will in this episode, which I will start watching in 3, 2, 1, now. Alright. Ah, I still don't understand what's inside your hips, man. Yeah, show it to us. Or is it like a toothpick? Or is it just a handle? Yeah, it's the needle. Arya Stark's weapon. If you don't vibe to this opening, you have no soul. I'm sorry to say. Maybe in this episode I will break down that shot with data. We haven't gotten much characterization of the minister, I think he is. The guy who was by the king's side. He somehow split a boulder with it, so he's used to that. Exactly. You should be the last person to doubt him. Okay, you can question the stuff he does, but don't doubt him. That's why Bojji got hurt. It's not like, yeah, that. Show me the desperate training. Wait, did he say thanks? I knew that was gonna happen, so I was kind of looking forward to it. Yep. Man, I should have told you guys that. I was expecting this to happen. He could kill all of you. Kage could kill all of you. He's still wearing the cloth crown. Look who's talking. Yeah. No. Yeah, he's gonna stand up again. I guess he's got those properties from being a giant. Let's go. Seriously? Yeah, he did. Is he hitting like nerve points or something? That would be cool if he can. That's so cool. I really like that. But it's so weak. The punch is so weak. How did that happen? Bojji's gonna kill someone? I don't think so. Obviously not. That's cool. I should have predicted that he's gonna go for nerve points and weak points and stuff like that. How the Okay, those are the best parts. That's what I was thinking. And he's as strong as he can be. I agree. Let's go, Bojji. Bojji's voice actor is so good. I want to look into his voice actor. Oh, I don't like that. Is he gonna die? No, that's not it. What is he? Fucking hell. That is so. Is his strength real? Okay, it was real. Okay. Okay. I'm glad he's not a con artist. They showed us this so much. To an annoying degree, actually. That's so cool.
まだまだです。まだ目に頼っています。感覚を研ぎ澄ましません。そして気配、空気の動きなどを肌で感じ、避けられるようにならなくてはいけない。
Just like a snake. That's dope.
フィリングさん、冥府から来た魔物に襲われました。オルイス様が身を挺してまぼなれました。その後、鏡は冥府に向かったようです。
Hmm?
ボス様に動きはありません。そして、冥府への門、アティス様が守っており。
We're gonna get a rematch? Okay.
私たちがいるではありませんか。俺はヘビ使いだと、お前たちが可愛くて仕方がないんだ。戦うなんてやめてくれ。ベビンさん、私たちはあなたのために。ボッジさん。はい。修行を終えて、随分とたくましくなられたと聞こえてきました。デスパー様はさすがだな。はい、本当に。そうか、ボッジさん。ベビンさん。ボッジ様がお前の恩人であることは分かっている。俺はダイダ様の方が王にふさわしいと思っている。お前がボッジ様を鍛えたり、唇の動きを読む術を教えたりするのがあまり面白くない。確かに、ボッジ様は王の器ではないかもしれませんが。あの方が成長したら、きっとこの先、多くのものを救うでしょう。それは、ダイダ様とて例外ではありません。ボッジ様がダイダ様。それは予言か、野生の勘か。わかりません。そんな気が強くするのです。王の凱旋、そんなことになるか。
The King's Return. Let's fucking go, Bibin. Bibin is now a Bojji believer.
ベビンもそれを知ってるんだろう。ボッチ、実はベビンが言ってたんだ。
Mm-hmm.
お前の国は大きな陰謀が渦巻いているらしい。いや、何が起こるかわからないけど、ただ、お前はボッチ様を守れ。
だが、勘違いする。俺はダイダ様を第一に考えている。ボッジ様を王にするつもりはない。
But he's not an asshole. To save Daida,
これからどうする？
he trusted the snake's instincts. Yes, go, Bojji. Like, what else is there to do right now? Do you not trust your mom? Come on. Don't lose trust in your mom, of all people. I mean, I understand why, but... Like, she loves you more than anyone. Exactly.
ボッチ、お前は勇気がない。
Tell him.
人を信じる勇気。
Don't make me cry again. No. Who the... Okay. Okay. First, I want to talk about the subversion of expectations in the show. This showed us that a lot, right? We thought Queen Healing was the classic, stepmom, but no, she's the best mom in anime. No competition. Queen Healing, best mom in anime. Then we thought that Bibin was a true bad guy, but no, Bibin is not a true bad guy. We thought he sent the snakes out to kill Bojji, but the snakes were just playing with Bojji. The giant, what else? Subversion of tropes. We thought Appius is going to be the badass guy who's going to back Bojji, but no, he's the antagonist. Sort of yeah, he is sort of like an antagonist. Maybe he'll change his ways later. And now with Despa, the people who beat him up are his own people. And the subversion of expectations, you might be thinking why that was necessary. Why did they have to make it so that the three people were part of Despa's crew? Just so that they tie up every single loose end, even if it's a micro plot hole. They close it up with fucking 10,000 layers of cement. The author of Ousama Ranking is that precise about everything, because it doesn't make sense for just common thugs to go out of their way to beat up Despa the prince. Like, people know who he is, right? So it makes no sense for just people to not know who he is and then beat them up, because he's very well respected, even more respected than his own brother, who's sort of like a tyrant, at least to us so far. He's been shown as a tyrant, and Despa is shown as to be the good guy, the good leader. So they just wanted to piece that together. If Despa wanted to get beat up, this is the only way to do it. And also, I don't know how much of it was a play, because Despa could actually be insanely fucking strong. The punch he did is threw that man across the fucking hall. But he's just extremely terrible at dodging. He has no strength. Hard to imagine that, because I know a good coach does not have to be a good player. And this might just be that he's just a very good coach in terms of the Despa arts, but he can't apply those arts to himself, and that's why he's a really weak fighter. It could be that, or he's just acting to make a situation where Bojji needs to fight. And yeah, that was it. Bojji, very strong. The way he fights is, well, you can't really say king-like. Well, it depends on what you think is king-like, right? His style is more like, what's the best example? The light palm fist technique. I don't know what it's actually called, from Naruto, the one that the Hyugas use. I think it's called the Hyuga clan. Hyuga clan? Is it the Hyuga clan? I don't remember. I watched Naruto a long time ago. The ones that have the Byakudan. Neji and Hinata, they use that. So they targets or like the nerve points, stuff like that. Bojji does that. The explanation by him, Despa, about the blood parts and the pain receptors, that made no sense. Right? We have nerve receptors everywhere in our body. So if you pierce a hole through your hand, you are going to feel it, unless it's an extremely thin needle. Like I think it's in the Sherlock Holmes. I don't know if you watched the Sherlock Holmes series, but there's a murderer who commits murders by inserting an extremely thin needle through the abdomen of the people, so they don't feel anything. But when they remove their belts, the sting is attached to their belts, and that causes internal bleeding, and they die. It's super thin to the point where you don't feel it going in. So the needle that Despa put in, that was quite fucking painful. It looked painful, at least. So the theory makes sense, so I don't care. Yeah, it makes sense in a fantastical setting, is what I'm trying to say. So they explained the system perfectly, so I don't really give a shit about that anymore. Bojji's going back to his place, and when he thought of Queen Hilling as someone as an evil person, sort of evil person, I'm not gonna lie, I was pissed at Bojji. I was just a bit. I love him so much that I can't get too pissed at him. I can't start hating him instantly, but I was sort of pissed at him for hating Hilling, because we as spectators, we know just how fucking awesome Queen Hilling is. She's awesome, right? And then Kage, putting him in his place, beautiful to see. Bojji beating himself up, also kind of solid to see. As far as tying up the plot lines go, there are three things that are still not resolved. Number one, the person Bojji met in episode 3 or 4. Is it 3 or 4? It's episode 4. The person Bojji met in episode 4 is not the underworld king, but he's a king. He was wearing a crown, and he taught Bojji the cute dance. I say this every episode, but yeah, his stuff not completely explained yet. We know he's out there, but we don't know what he's doing. Number 2, what's number 2? Wait, I had something. Yeah, what Despa said about Bojji. Bojji has yet to release his true potential, his strength. And number 3 is the very ending of the episode. He was eating a rat, and he's in a cell. I can't think of any connection at all about that with the rest of the story. I just can't think of any connection. He's a new character. It's sort of like how Shin and Noi were introduced at the end of episode 1 of Dorohedoro. Just throw them in, but in the next episode, maybe we'll go more into him. I mean, it's Ousama Ranking. We can expect them to go into every single character in detail, and this character is someone we will go into detail for sure. Animation-wise, very solid episode. Nothing extraordinary like the previous episode or episode 7, but it was definitely above episode 8. This is more than a B tier. This is more than an A tier. This is an A plus tier, just not insane enough to be S tier, right? But the previous episode was beyond S tier. It was like a Y tier. It makes you go, why? Why are they doing this? Why do they have to make it look so good? But this episode it looked really good. Just enough. I mean, there's no enough for character acting. It had a lot of character acting, like the usual Ousama Ranking episode. Very few still frames. Pretty good storyboarding. Nothing as insane as episode 7's storyboarding, but the storyboarding was still very good. I can't wait for the next 2 episodes. Bojji is returning to the kingdom. He'll have his farewell with Despa. I'm sorry I'm yawning so much. I'll say that again if it was hard to make out because I was yawning. I'm sorry I'm yawning so much. It's 1 a.m. That's the reason. The reason I'm not watching this tomorrow, well, today at a later time, is because it's Ousama Ranking. I'm going to watch it immediately, and I want to release this episode immediately. Okay. Fantastic episode. Enjoyed it thoroughly. Next episode, Butch is going to go back to the kingdom. He's going to visit Queen Hilling. They're going to hug. They have to hug. And I almost cried this episode when Bojji cried, but I held it in. Next episode, if they actually meet up and they kiss, I'll probably cry. That said, I'll see you guys next week with more Ousama Ranking. I'll also see you guys whenever the next episode of whatever I'm watching airs. It's most likely going to be Saturday, where I'm gonna watch a triple episode for 86, and then Sunday again with Mushoku Tensei and Demon Slayer. But I'm done for today, and next Thursday / Friday I'll watch you. I'm just, yeah, my capacity of speaking has been lost because I am sleepy. Next week I'll see you. Hey, it's funny how that works. Next week I'll see you guys with another Ousama Ranking video. Until then, keep moving forward and destroy your enemies, not your dick.